Good morning everyone! Welcome to a new Super 69 EV film. You join me back in the i3 as some of the eagle-eyed spotters just noticed from the rear seats. And it's time for a bit of an update. It's been over 40,000 kilometers already. And yeah, I really can't fault this car. It does everything I ask it to. It's really comfortable. It's silent. The audio is perfect. The range is good enough for a battery of this size. It charges a bit slow, but I knew that going in. And it rides it's just fun to drive in. And yeah, I'm still not through with it. Actual mileage is at the moment, oh wait, I passed it, 56,507 kilometers. I bought it with 15,000 and yeah, did over 40,000. I have to say that if I were to sell it at this point in time, I would get a really cold shower for the depreciation on it. I bought it at a high point in the market. I knew that, but I didn't have time to wait, and I didn't want another car, and this was the perfect spec. It still is. But yeah, I don't think I can sell this for the coming half year and not just lose a ton of money. So yeah, I'll just continue driving it. Been looking into a set of other wheels. I do like the ride a lot better on the 19 inches. The rear tires are coming up to their end, so would make sense to, if I want to do a swap, then to do it. And I looked into 19-inch aftermarket wheels. There's only one option. I really like full silver wheels on an i3, but yeah, they're just not available, and if they are, they're not symmetrical. So one side turns that way, but if you put it on the other side of the car, it turns that way. I can't stand it. Don't like that at all. So that's not really an option because it's an i3. Aftermarket options are really limited, or you would have to have a company build you a set, which will set you back for around $5,000. Pretty insane. Not gonna do that. And everyone who has like an extra winter set thinks they're made of gold. They ask over €1,000 for a set, which is quite frankly insane. So won't be doing that. Just continue driving it. Have some tread on the rear tires, so I have some more time to consider my options. Yeah, well, it is what it is. It's a perfect car. It drives really well. It's still so much fun. And in summer the range is actually pretty good. I think if I would just drive around 120 kilometers, I could get close to 220, 230 kilometers out of it, like in the real world. Just not too bad, considering it's only a 42 kilowatt hour pack. Yeah, what I would love, and then it would be my perfect car, if there would be like a battery upgrade that makes it possible to charge it a bit faster and a bit more range and a bit more power from a motor. If I could get a new electric motor, bigger battery pack, and do an upgrade, and it would cost me like 10 grand, I would do it in a heartbeat and drive this thing into the ground. But that's still not possible, so keep dreaming. BMW will never make it again. It's a unique car. Don't think I will ever drive such a car again after this, because everything else you buy is a bit more mundane. iX would be, of course, the next thing in line, but it's so big and heavy. And I really like a small chuckable car, so would either have to be an i4 35 if I want to keep it anything close, or the obligatory Tesla Model 3, preferably rear-wheel drive, because yeah, of course the performance is so cool, but I think it's too expensive for what it is. I saw in the Tesla inventory list that you now can get a long-range rear-wheel drive as a private person. That's in the Netherlands. That's a business-only model, but Tesla has some in stock that you can buy when they're about to arrive in the Netherlands. They weren't that much more expensive, but you don't get like the premium interior from the long range or the performance. So it's not that much reason to go for that one over anything else. Plans with the car are to drive it to Munich. I want to have pictures with it at BMW Welt and with the tower on in the back view. And I'm just curious how it would be to drive this car for like 700 kilometers in a day. I haven't done that. I'm gonna make a movie about the overheating problems I have with high speed. Not only me, but everyone who owns one of these, because it's just not possible to drive it at top speed for a longer period of time. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, in the meantime, I will just drive it and keep driving it. Doesn't need any maintenance, except from a tire change every once in a while, but it's not that bad. So, if you have any questions about the i3, please let me know. I will answer them in the comments, of course. As always, thank you very much for watching. It's much appreciated. And see you in the next movie. Bye.